Hello, Facebook. This is Tennessee Hillbilly in the Philippines talking to you on a Monday morning about 10:30 on a Monday morning, the May the 10th. This video is about stay here, leave here. What are we going to do in the Philippines without the vaccine? Right now in the Philippines, they do have the vaccine furnished by the Chinese, which is about 50% effective. Uh, but I have checked with the local government here, which is called a barangay. There is no indication that any foreigner will get the vaccine, even if he pays for it. So, what do we do as foreigners? Do we try to go back home, get our vaccine to come back? Well, the difficulty of it is to fly out of the Philippines. They have so many rules. Then to come back, you are limited to the number of people that arrive in the Philippines every day. Right now, it's like 1,500 people only. So, if you might be 1,501, you'll be jacked off your airplane. Uh, be sitting someplace, maybe Japan. Who knows where you'll be if they tell you can't come in. Then you have the quarantine rules. You have the swab test rules. It's all about money. And, I've been saying this since day one. Everything here is about the money, especially with the coronavirus. Right now, we are on MECQ quarantine. Uh, in reality, I'm not allowed to get out of the house. So far, I haven't had any problems. No one tells me I can't come in. Supposedly, I probably look younger than 69, but the fact of it is, I am 69. Uh, right now, we are waiting till May the 15th to get the word whether we can get out and travel. Judah's father, he is really on his last little bit of life. He's in Nueva Cete. That's the province that Judith was born in. And we were there last week or 2 weeks ago. We took his sister, and she's there taking care of him. In other words, he's not there by himself, so there's not much else we can do. The doctors told him he needs to have the fluid taken off his lungs, and then in the same breath told him that if he has that procedure, he probably won't live through it. So, it's hard for somebody to say, here, let me sign that document. I had to go through the same thing with my aunt in 2018. She had a power of attorney, but the power of attorney was a lawyer, and of course the lawyer didn't want to sign that, so she just passed the buck. And I just happened to be the only one that was on the to call list. So it's a tough situation. But being here in the Philippines right now is a tough situation. We've lived through it. We've been through this for over a year now. Uh, I want to take the vaccine, but I don't know where I can get it. I've talked to the doctor I've been going to for the past years, and they first thing, where do you work, Mr. Reed? Are you an essential employee of someone? Of course not. The only one I'm essential to is my family here. You know, uh, if I catch the corona, will I make it? I doubt it. They put you in the hospital and you say goodbye because your family, you'll probably never see your family again. But so far, things have got a little bit better. There's not as many deaths from the COVID virus as there was before. Most of the deaths are coming from the older people. I mean, if you can't breathe, what can you do? I'm lucky I quit smoking a few years ago. I've stopped drinking. I tried to do some exercise, but what I've done is aggravated my knees. Now I need some knee work done. I can hardly even walk up and down the steps now, and so I don't know what the future holds for little Richard. But we'll just go from, we put it in God's hands, and we'll see what happens. But as of the 15th, which is next Sunday, we should have an answer for what our next quarantine rules will be in the next few days, which once we find out we want to plan a trip to go see Papa, to see what we can do for him, to take the grandkids to see him because they all want to go see their Lolo. Uh, and of course, I have a 7-seater Toyota Rush, which is a uh, compact car, seats 7 people. And you know, Filipinos, we think we can put 15 in there, but 7 people, maybe 9, 10 people is the max that I'm gonna let ride in there. It's my responsibility, and but Judith's older brother wants to go, and his children. Well, he has, let's see, 1 boy and 3 girls, and we have 1 boy and 2 girls, and me and Judith, and then her brother doesn't have a wife at this time, so that's probably it. That's probably all that can go this trip. It's a 3-hour trip. Uh, the Skyway here is wonderful. You can pick up the Skyway in Pasay, and if you can hit it the first time, it takes you all the way through Manila, no traffic. Uh, Wonderful, wonderful drive. The last trip, coming back, I was furious. We took Judith, her 2 brothers and sister, and they were having a party. They just thought everything was great because they were sitting there to listen to their music and listen to their watching videos, and you know they weren't driving. And I was asking for directions, and we come to the exits, and they tell me to turn after I pass the exits. Happened 2 times. Well, the last time was getting on the Skyway. I had to go all the way through Quezon City to get back to where we had to go home to Cavite. Oh, I was so mad. I mean, you could fry eggs off my old head. I was pissed off. And you know, not you. And when I get mad, they all get quiet because I express myself into a point that they know to keep their damn mouth shut after I say shut up. But we got home okay. We had to go through another military checkpoint there, which is no problem. But God is always with us when we go. We ask for Him to be right in the car with us. And our problem there, you know, what we need to do is be able to travel because where He's at, they got a big sign posted right there at the military checkpoint. People from Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Manila are not allowed in that province. So basically, Judith almost had to get out and cry, get on her hands and knees and beg to get in. Well, he let us in. Uh, then we only stayed 2 days, but then on the last day we was there, they quarantined Papa's province or little village. No one in, no one out because of extra COVID cases. I was so thinking that they might have done it because we were there. But we got out of there just in time and got to Cavite. We had to go through the checkpoint. No problem. You know, we just handed up our IDs and they let us through. But I'm ready for all this to be over. I'm sure everybody else is. I'd like to go do some scuba diving. I'd like to get some sunshine on these old white legs. Get in some warm salt water. I'm sure that'll do my knees and my body some good. I'm doing pretty good. I've lost 10 kilos in the last 2 months. My wife says she can see it in my stomach, you know, and a lot of that probably is not drinking beer. But whatever it is, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to take it. I need to get down to about 225. Right now, I'm about 286 pounds. Never in my life would have thought I'd ever get that big, but that happens. I have a wife that cooks good food, and I like ice cream. I did like beer, but now I'm not drinking nothing but water. And but anyway, I just wanted to post this little video. People, hang in there. Everything is going to be fine. Right now in America, they've stopped the mandate to wear a mask. What's going to happen there, we won't know but for a few weeks because I have a friend back there told me it didn't matter if they did have a mandate. People didn't wear a mask anyway. He said he'd go into Lowe's Hardware and restaurants and people be in there just talking away, no mask, no nothing, no social distancing. So, you know, people there in America, I hate to say it, but they think they were infringing on their rights. Well, maybe they were. They infringing on their rights to keep everybody else from getting sick. That's the reason here I wear a mask. Even sitting in the car, I wear a mask. Why? Number one, they tell me I have to. Number two is I want to protect myself. I want to protect my family from this horrible disease. Lord, I just hope that everyone here that watches this video will take this serious enough that we can get out of it. I ask for your prayers that anyone that wants this vaccine can get it, because we need to get at least 70% of the world vaccinated to get rid of this horrible, horrible virus. And that's not 100% sure we can do that, but that's better than nothing. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching this. God be with you. If you want to talk to me, ask a question, please contact me through my email. That is rdreed2004@gmail.com, or send me a comment here. Hit like, thumbs up, subscribe. God bless, and see you later. Thank you.